Hey coin collectors, it's DC on the Big D with a 1973 Lincoln penny from the United States of America. We have three of them here, and look at the patina on this one. If this isn't one of the prettiest coins ever, you tip it up just a little tiny bit, and you get all these different colors on there. It's really just beautiful coin. It's not going to be very valuable, as you know, but it certainly is kind of nice to look at, especially when it's magnified. If we look way down under here, we see some pretty good initials there. VDB, and that's for Victor David Brenner, who engraved this coin, 1909. It says, "In God We Trust" at the top. 1973 down under Lincoln's chin. Liberty behind him, and that Liberty's a little bit messed up, but that's what they call PMD on there, post-mint damage. And so even if you have damage on coins, sometimes if it occurred after they left the mint, it usually doesn't increase their value at all. We see a little bit of separation there in the top of the top layer coming away from the rest of the coin. Again, that's probably not post-mint damage, but that probably occurred at the mint, but still no real value to it. We tip it up and we see that this is a smooth edge coin. This is a bronze coin, 95% copper, 5% zinc. Now, they have made coins out of other materials, and that's one of the stories of the 1973 Lincoln penny. It says United States of America on the back, 1 cent down here below, E pluribus unum right up there, and there's Lincoln way inside, and over here on the right it says Frank Gasparo, who was engraver of the Lincoln Memorial reverse on here. Now, I said that's one of the stories. In 1973, the U.S. Mint said, we need to try and find out whether we can make aluminum pennies. And they made 1.5 million of them. They were 1974 coins. So they made them all in 1973, but they said 1974 on them. And it turned out that a few of those aluminum 1973/1974 coins survived, at least 20 of them, and they were, a congressman had one, and the director of the mint in Denver had one, and there were a few others around. They found one, I believe, in 2001. The 2001 coin was a coin that had been given to a congressman who later dropped it or lost it, and when a Capitol Police officer found it, the congressman said to him, "Why don't you keep it?" The 2014, another version came up, and that was a coin that had been given to the head of the Denver Mint and was found in his collection. When the son of the Denver Mint went to sell it, that's when problems occurred. When they went to sell it, the U.S. Mint stepped in and said, "It's ours, you can't sell it. Those were all supposed to have been destroyed." Well, they did destroy them all, but a couple. There's 1 or 2 known copies left. When the U.S. Mint sued the owner of the aluminum coin who was going to sell it, the owner won the lawsuit and got to keep it, but then the owner decided to surrender it to the U.S. Mint. There's at least 2 copies that we know of the 1973 made aluminum coin which said 1974 on it. What about this one? At the Philadelphia Mint in 1973, they made $3.7 billion. They found 4 so far at a Mint State 67 plus red, and those are worth $4,500 each. They also made these coins at the Denver Mint, and at the Denver Mint they made $3.5 billion, so $7.2 billion between Denver and Philly. They found 1 MS67 plus. That's the highest grade they found ever, and that goes for about $4,500 from the Denver Mint. And there was one other mint that made regular circulating pennies in 1973, and that was the San Francisco Mint, where they made $320 million. They found 15 MS67s at the San Francisco Mint, and those are worth about $600. They also made proof coins at the San Francisco Mint, and this isn't a great proof coin. You can see it actually has a fingerprint on it. This coin also was really struck hard, and you can see how it made a little bit of a dent into the coin there. The proof coins at the San Francisco Mint, they made $2.8 million. They found 3 so far at a proof 70 deep cameo that go for $5,250. They made them at 3 mints, but 2 of them, but San Francisco made 2 different ones, and that is the San Francisco made the proof coin and the regular coin. Denver just made the 1 coin, and Philadelphia also just made the 1 coin plus the aluminum coins, which we're probably never going to get to see unless the Smithsonian or Fort Knox, who I believe has the other one, the Bullion Reserve, decides to display it. All right, well, that's all we have today from Big D Coins. If you get a 1974 and you want to know whether it's an aluminum one, you can always tell the difference by looking at it. But if you can't, what you do is you weigh it. A 1974 regular penny should weigh 3.11 grams or close to it. A 1974 aluminum penny will weigh 0.937 grams, or 1/3 of this. It'll be light as a feather. So you'll know both by the color and by the weight if you have a 1974 1973 aluminum penny. If you want to contrast what the aluminum pennies were to what the modern zinc-based pennies are, the modern zinc-based pennies weigh 2.5 grams. The aluminum penny weighed 0.9 grams. All right, we'd love to have you subscribe to the Big D Coin channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section. And let's get them all back in there and take one more look at them. Have a great day from Big D Coins.